Hello everyone, this is Ramzan Ali. Welcome back to my channel Ramzan Reviews. Today I am going to talk about The Monster of Elendhaven. It's a fantasy revenge story written by Jennifer Giesbrech. I think that is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. So sorry if I mispronounced it. Let's talk about the cover. Cover is amazing, very comic book style, with the white silhouette of our monster Johann with two knives right at the front, and the dark black smoky sooty silhouette of the city of the Elendhaven right behind him, with chimneys and smoke coming out of it. Love it. Love everything about the cover. Now let's talk about the tone. Tone is very dark, atmospheric kind of tone, and Elendhaven is presented to be this filthy, dark, industrial, grim city at the north, somewhere in Scandinavia. Author does an amazing job at providing the idea of the kind of the filthy, grim city Elendhaven is. Let's talk about the plot. The plot follows Johann, a young boy trying to survive in this grim, filthy city of Elendhaven. He's beaten up by a drunk sailor or someone at the docks, and soon he learns that he cannot be hurt. Then he start finding pleasure in hurting other people, and he knows that he's a monster in a world where humans are no less. And there's one other thing that everyone forgets about him right after he pass by them, and nobody can remember his name or anything he said. So that's very interesting. Then he meets Florian. Florian Lickenbloom, who is a minor noble and last survivor of his family, and it's very interesting to follow his story. He's the second main character. Actually, the story follows these two main characters, Johann and Florian. I'm not going to say much about Florian, but Florian is also a very peculiar kind of person. He has a certain, let's just say, he has certain abilities that Johann is attracted towards, and they start a friendship slash a very interesting kind of relationship, and the story goes from there. And I am not going to say anything further, or it's going to spoil the story. It's a very short story, a novella, and very interesting and very atmospheric. And then let's just talk about the characters. Johann, the monster of Elendhaven, amazingly written. He has this clever, witty personality. At start, I thought that he is just a dumb monster killing for pleasure and he can't be hurt. But then the author started adding layers after layers into the mindset and the thinking of Johann. And then there is Florian, a nobleman, working as an accountant for the major industries in Elendhaven, and he has this very complex layer after layer of interesting choices that he makes, which makes him even more interesting and more engaging to read about. So it's a very short, interesting story, and it has some triggers of blood, gore, guts, and a few other things. I just want to warn you right from the get-go. Writing style is very simple, straightforward, nothing too complex. You can easily get into it. Prose, let's just talk about the prose of the story. It's a novella, like 180 pages or so, easy to get into. Grim, dark story. Lovers would love it as much as I do, especially for those struggling readers, or the beginners. Cons, not many. I guess author achieved very well what she wanted to achieve. Story would have been a little, could have been a little longer, but it wasn't. It's a good thing in one way and not so in others. It becomes too predictable towards the end. I would give overall 7.5 out of 10. I liked it. Not the best story I have read in the November, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I believe this was first novella by Jennifer Giesbrecht, and she did a phenomenal job. Looking forward to more work by her, and that's it. That was my review or my thoughts on The Monster of Elendhaven. I think if you want to read the short atmospheric stories with a little bit grim dark touch, then this is the kind of story you should pick up in December. And you can easily get through it in 1 or 2 days, maximum 3 days, if you are struggling with reading. So that's it. And kindly like the video, subscribe to my channel. It would be a huge favor to me. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you next time. I am currently reading Body Under the Piano. I'm towards that. I'm right at the end of it. Soon I will review it. So take care.